Popeyes got 3 pieces and a biscuit for $3.99. What the hell? That's what the hell I should be getting. Hi y'all. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to J Variety. If you're not familiar with this channel, well, just Locs J Variety. If you're not familiar with J Variety, J Variety is a part of Just Locs. I had initially wanted to do 2 channels, but then I figured somehow to just incorporate into one. So Just Locs will just be updated. Get videos Mondays and Wednesdays, and for J Variety is anything else I like to do. My other interests, activities, anything else, topics, mukbangs, whatever, would be done in J Varieties, and that would be uploaded on Fridays. So there's some insights. So welcome back, and today we're going to do a mukbang, Popeyes Mukbang. Okay. So, alright, so I asked you guys on Facebook, I think, yeah, Facebook, WhatsApp, and Instagram to send me some questions or topics, anything that y'all think I should cover. And everybody, well, most of the responses were to talk about moving to America, migrating to America. So that's what we're going to talk about. So first of all, this is what I'm eating: fries from Popeyes, the best fries America. Chicken, 9 pieces. So we're gonna talk about moving to America. For anybody that knows me, know that I've been here 2 years. March the 3rd, next year, God's Will Life is gonna make 3 years that I've been here. And so far, everybody that's asked, I don't like it, simply because it's not home. So moving to America was like, I don't know, the biggest thing ever, because I mean, it's a big change, it's a whole change. So one of the things I want to talk about is the fact that you have to get accustomed to a whole new environment, people, whatever the case may be. When we came here, I think it was snowing, and yeah, they say America cold or whatever, bring a jacket, but I mean, I didn't have winter jackets, so we came up here in like some thin ass jackets, so crazy. But so that was definitely one thing to get used to, was the climate. Snow, me and the snow does not get along. I hate the snow. I hate the snow. I hate the cold. It's just it just shouldn't be. Okay, so getting accustomed to new people was one of the biggest things. It's just language. Okay, when I came here, I mean, yeah, English is my first language, but I know to speak English, but coming from the Caribbean, I came up here right into a job, into my aunt's company. Thank you, Jesus. So that wasn't really difficult, because as soon as I came, I already had a job. However, everybody's not that lucky. But when I came here, it was really difficult because, first of all, being from the Caribbean, everybody think that we're so aggressive or whatever. So I was an administrative assistant, so answering the phone, making interviews and all that. People would say, oh, she sounds so aggressive, she doesn't need to be answering the phones, and all kind of crazy stuff. So that's one thing I had to get accustomed to. Another thing is speaking English more. I don't really speak English, I speak my dialect, my native tongue. So if I do speak English, I stutter or stumble. I mean, I know how to speak, but I know how to write it better. Getting around was not, it was easy for me, simply because everything was already ready for us. Came up here, met my cousin, whatever. Anyway, I wanted to go, she took me. Never really had to take the bus. Since I've been here, I only took the bus once, and that was because I was working with a client, and she had to get to an appointment, so I didn't have any other choice but to work, but to catch a bus. So that's like getting around. Job search. As I said, I came here into a job, so a job search is not, it was not difficult for me, thank you, Jesus. However, after, you know, I left the company, whatever the case might be, whatever, finding a job was not so easy, simply because, for one, I didn't go to college, and even if I did, leaving from a foreign country, coming to America, nothing matters. You could be a doctor, you got to study all over again. So, that was definitely hard. After I left man's company or whatever, excuse my arms. So job search after I left the company, was kind of difficult. Even now, if you're wondering why I dress like this, I have a jacket of course, but I just came from an interview. Got the job, thank you Jesus, but yeah. A job search can be very hard, especially if you don't have a high school diploma, or just coming from anywhere foreign, period. Like even now, and to get into school, it's difficult because for now I'm trying to get into school, but I need something that says, a piece of paper that says my high school diploma is equivalent to the United States. So I don't know who America thinks it is. Clearly they're doing better than people, but that's very hard. Ridiculous, but what can I do? So that's that. Food, adjusting to the food was difficult at first. I never really liked like McDonald's when I first came here because Antigua doesn't have McDonald's. I don't know. Everything is nasty. Fast food restaurants, to me, yeah, they're nice. Some of the things are nice, but most of the food are fake, and America tamper with their food, and this fake and that fake and all types of crazy stuff, and it's just, I just try not to eat that. I eat it like now I'm eating Popeyes, but excuse me, but I mean, oh well. So adjusting to the food was fine. I mean, we still cook, so yeah, we would cook food. Yeah, so we would cook. My mother and I would cook food. It was just me, my mother, and my brother that came here, if you didn't know. We also cook, or whatever. The first time I came to America, the building that I used to work in was less than a block far from Popeyes. I was eating Popeyes every single day for the first 3 months. Popeyes is the shit. I don't care what nobody say. Especially the fries. So yeah, that's that with the food. Shopping for like clothes and stuff is heaven. I mean, the clothes are cheap, yes. So that's a good thing. Shopping for clothes are really cheap. The opportunities, I already spoke about that in terms of like job search and all that stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of opportunities. Like for me, I want to be a cosmetologist. And I have to go to school. I mean, also I can be admin assistant. Like I'm good with that too, with like office work. So there's a lot of stuff that you could do if you don't only want to do one thing or whatever. Another thing is the jobs. Everything up here is very expensive, like living wise, and you have to be making a certain amount. So for instance, an apartment I want, I don't know, 1 bedroom, something for like $800. Alright. I have to be making for some places 3 times $800 a month. So that can be difficult if you only have one job. That's why in America people have 2 and 3 and all kinds of jobs. At one point I had 3. 2 full-time and 1 per diem. Per diem is when they call me whenever they need me, whenever they have hours, whenever I have time. I want some hours, whatever. I was working at Amazon, the warehouse. I'm a recovery assistant, so I would work with people that have brain injuries. So that's not a fun job at all. Disadvantages, I would say, of moving here is the fact that you have to move away from people, move away from your family. I'm reading, so if you see me looking around, the fact that you have to move away, if your whole family is not coming with you, that can be very difficult, especially around holiday time for Christmas. Last year I didn't do anything, stayed home. This year I didn't do anything, stayed home. New Year's last year, didn't do nothing, stayed home. And for New Year's this year, probably the same thing. So that, it gets boring if you don't have like family and friends here or whatever the case might be. So yeah, it gets boring like around holiday time and all of that stuff. Especially birthdays. If you want to go out, and me, I don't have any friends here, much friends here, any friends here. So it's kind of just boring because, like, if you do have a friend or family member around your age or whatever that you go out with, yeah, their friends might be nice to you, but at the end of the day, it's not gonna be the same because their friends are not your friends. So that could be kind of difficult. Yeah, they might still, have fun, celebrate you, whatever. But at the end of the day, it's not gonna be the same. Like if you were to have your friends, like my friends from Antigua, here with me. So that type of thing. So I go to other places by myself, mainly because I like to go by myself. So disadvantages is moving away from my family, trusting new people again, like meeting people, trusting all kind of people. The food. The fact that America play with the food, nobody got time for that. So next thing you know, you eat burger or something and piece of paper cheese fall out. Nobody got time for that. All them fake meat or donkey meat and a hamburger meat and like all that stuff, like it's just unnecessary, not needed. So yeah, another disadvantage is the fact that you have to adapt to a whole new environment. A whole new environment. Some people don't like change. You check? Like say for instance, example, like the first time I came here, when I was working in the office. This is me. I remember my supervisor telling me to send out an email to the employees saying, your checks are available, whatever. So I'm like, oh, okay. And I'm typing, come get your checks, CHEQUES. So your checks, CHEQUES or whatever. And the red line kept popping up on me. So I'm like, wait, I forgot to spell or something. So I'm like, how do y'all spell checks here? She was like, oh, it's CHECKS. I'm like, oh. So little things like that you have to adapt to. I remember one time I was working at the same office. Not really got in trouble, but it was kind of a thing because I wrote something that says to place a tick next to something that you already filled out. And they're like, oh, they know tick is an animal, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, well, it means a tick, like a check mark, tick. But there's stuff like that. Or the spell words, like color and favor and all that type of stuff. And pronunciation of words here. When I first came, like I got into so many debates with people. Because I said, one example was restaurant. I was working in a restaurant, and my little friend Leslie, she was like, oh, she saw a bear the other night outside. I'm like, you saw what? A bear. A bear. However they say bear. Like bear, some shit, I don't know. So I'm like, oh, whatever. And I ended up saying beer. She was like, what? Like a beer. So I'm like, no, like we had a whole it was kind of funny, a whole not really argument, but a whole discussion about beer, like the animal, and beer like your beer skin, and beer that you drink. So I'm saying they all pronounce beer, and beer. So I don't know, it's bear, and however else they pronounce it. It's kind of weird, but and with simple stuff like water, I always say we pronounce our T's as T's and not D's. Because say for instance your name is I don't know. Let's just say I don't know. Anita. That's the only name that comes to mind. Anita. Like I would say Anita, but they would be like Anita, you know, like things like that. And every time I talk, they'll say, oh, like say for instance I say process, because we say process. It's like, oh, you mean process? I'm like, no, the fuck, I mean process. You know, like, ooh, things like that. Can be funny, but still annoying. Which I mean what I mean, I say what I mean. So that's that. Adapting to the environment or the culture. Climate change. Goodness gracious. This is what I really have to talk about. When I first came here, I had nosebleeds all winter. You know when you remember in a small and they show you the movies and the commercials and everything, how they used to play in the snow and make snow angels and all that stuff. What they never showed you, what they never showed us is how your nose here and them stick together or something. I don't know, how your nose bleeds and, you know, like, all that little stuff. Like, it was hard for me. It was really hard. Like, damn. Really hard. Nosebleeds all winter. All winter. And then one day it might be 15 degrees, 1-5. And then the next day it might be 79 degrees or some shit. Like, that type of stuff mess with you. And also you get sick very easily. And my immune system is very weak. Anything that's passing around, I catch. So that was never good. No good. So those are disadvantages. Oh, and independence. Oh my gosh. Speaking of the climate change, with the nosebleeds and stuff, chapstick, your lip gets so cracked in the winter time. Oh my gosh. I remember the first time when I came dry. Oh my gosh. Crack up. Crazy. It was just crazy. And another thing, independence. When you first move here, as much as nobody likes to admit it, you will not be independent for like, I don't know, a good couple months, depending on if you have a plan. If you come to America with a plan, or with good people to push you, behind you, like whoever you come live with or whatever, and you know, they're good people, and they put you the right way, whatever. Like me, as soon as I came, I had a job, so that was good, thank you Jesus. But as I say, everybody's not fortunate like that. So if you have good people behind you, then you can be independent. But if not, dog really better than you. It sucks out, because you will not be independent for a good couple months unless you go find some, you know, work or job at Burger King or McDonald's, and I don't know, something, and then build yourself from there. So, but for me it was kind of easy, thank God. So that's the disadvantages. The food, the fact that they put the food, minute into that. The fact that you have to move away from people, from every single body that you know. And basically start over is really hard. The fact that you have to basically trust new people. Oh, relationships. I didn't even. The fact that you gotta start all the way over. And then Americans, if you're a female, from my experience, I know everybody already think, you know, Caribbean people are aggressive just by the way they talk or whatever. Everybody can handle the aggressiveness, you know. Some people just too soft. Like, say for instance, you make a joke with somebody, and you say, you're making jokes with somebody, and you say something like, you ain't shit, your puppy show, whatever, you know, like, they will take that stuff to heart. Some people. Excuse me. Some people would take that stuff to heart, and nobody got time for that. Nobody got time for that. So, you always have to constantly, because I speak dialect to any and everybody. You're going to learn. You know, you have to keep explaining. Like, say for instance, you want to teach somebody dialect, you just have to constantly keep explaining what wagwan mean, or what, you know, I don't know, come here. I don't know what the simplest thing means. It's kind of annoying, but it's kind of funny because to hear Americans say, you know, something is kind of funny. Like, wagwan is kind of funny. You know? Even the way how I speak, like if I was to say house, like how we say it back home, house, like they would laugh, like die laughing, because they say horse. Horse. Like, you know, when in Antigua we would say horse, like, oh, I can't speak, I'm a horse. That's how they say house. So it's kind of funny watching people get a good laugh of how you speak. But, so that's the disadvantages of food. Moving away from your family, your friends, everybody. Trusting your people, basically starting with their life. Basically, new relationships. So, yeah, new relationships, like having to explain everything, like how you speak, and all of that good stuff, and all of that. Adapting to the culture, to the change, climate, your lack of independence for a while. Job opportunities, school opportunities. Do how we speak. Holiday time, how it gets boring and all that stuff. Yeah, and the climate change. So, those are some disadvantages. Some advantages now is can be meeting new people, because everybody that you meet isn't bad. Some people have good intentions for you. Some people can actually help you, but one thing you don't want to do with Americans is rely on them, because, you know, as soon as something goes wrong, or, you know, nothing even have to go wrong, but the first thing is like, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have this, you know? If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be shit, you wouldn't have shit. Like, somebody actually told me that, but, I mean, oh well, people, you know? It's like you know, you can rely on them, but you still can't rely on them. So that's where the trusting part come in, like the trusting your people all over again and all of that stuff. But the advantages, yeah, more opportunities. In Antigua, a whole bunch of jobs weren't really available. So it's a good thing. Like, here I can literally be anything, like anything. Getting into it, however, is a different thing. Like applying for a job and actually getting it, because you don't have experience or education or simply a license, driver's license. Like, those are some hurdles. Another advantage is America got 50-something states. That's 50-something different places you can visit. Whether by driving, plane, whatever, it doesn't even matter, you know. So it's basically seeing, you know, seeing new places or whatever. Yeah, you get to learn about different places. You get to go to shows, like meet some celebrities, like big celebrity shows and all that stuff. Not that celebrities don't go to Antigua, but like big celebrities, like Beyonce concert and Jay-Z concert and all them people. Shopping is really cheap. Shopping for food is really cheap. Clothes is really cheap. So to send home stuff is really easy because the food is cheap, especially in like bulk. It's very easy. It's very cheap, very easy if you have a job, like a, you know, good paying job or whatever. And that's another thing. Finding a good paying job really hard when you don't have experience and all of that good stuff. So one of the disadvantages is you're gonna have to settle until you get yourself started out, you know, whatever the case might be. So unless you know somebody, of course, like me, how I did. So yeah, I didn't really find much advantages because I still hate it. I really don't like it here. I'm only still here because of opportunity wise. So I'm about to start school in a couple of weeks. God's be life, all goes well. Like needing a whole document just to say it's equivalent, my high school diploma is equivalent to United States, like that's just rubbish, that's trash, it's just ridiculous. That's ridiculous. So, but another good thing, another advantage, I'm probably going back from disadvantage to advantage, but I don't have everything written down, so as I remember something. Yeah. Another advantage is you're in America, you're not home. So even if you want to say, I don't do this, but I'm here, and sometimes all they want to know is if you have experience, like say for instance working in a hotel. If you that's where you're applying at. I mean, you can simply say you worked as a hotel in Antigua for like 2 years or some shit. I mean, how are they gonna know? You know, I don't do it, but I'm just saying that's a good thing. So I mean, you can always stretch the truth on your resume, type of thing, or I don't know, just in general if you want to. Excuse me, just don't get caught because story time coming. I worked at this place, and you know, skip out, blah 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 blah. They ended up googling. They ended up googling something that I told them, and it wasn't true. And you know, but I had to be like, what? Like, what? I don't know. Like, what do you know? You know, type of thing. But I mean, hey, that's another advantage. But basically, America here is what you make it. It's what you make of it. Another disadvantage is your family. Like, say for instance, like my family, my brothers and sister. Yes, Kemma, yes, then Fisher. Yeah, in America, Americans don't speak dialect. Don't speak my native tongue. So of course I'm gonna have to speak English so they can understand me. Your family like to call you Yankee or say, oh, you're Yank, and you know you listen to that, you turn Yankee, you turn white girl now, like type of thing. It's kinda annoying, but it's just funny. But so yeah. That's all the advantages, that's all the disadvantages. That I can think of coming to America. Personally, if Antigua had all these opportunities, I would already went back home. Long time. America's, it's for me, yeah, because I you know, driven and I want to make something of myself, but and another disadvantage. I'm not saying that this isn't happening in Antigua, but let me just say, I was watching some videos on YouTube the other day. Sometimes it's good, when you're aware of what's going on around you. But sometimes it's just best if you just never knew about it. I was watching these videos about like Uber trafficking people and all types of crazy shit. Like, I'm not saying that doesn't happen in Antigua, but it's America. It's like the freaking devil's playground. At least that's what I call it. The devil's playground. Like, some places like Florida, so it's the #1. It's like the market for like human trafficking and sex trafficking and all that stuff. Like in Antigua, I'm not saying that it doesn't happen, but from what I know, nobody thief people, picnic. Nobody is kidnapping people's children, whatever the case might be, for no kidney and liver and like no body parts, no crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, from my knowledge, that doesn't happen in the Caribbean or in Antigua. You know, like everywhere you go, like you have to be strapped or have some type of weapon on you because people are crazy. Yeah, crazy people in Antigua, but not nobody for kidnap you and take your organs and shit. So America is definitely the devil's playground when it comes to that, and just a whole bunch of evil shit. It's just, I don't know, like school shooting. You never hear that crap happening in the Caribbean or in Antigua, to be specific. You know, like my little brother was up here. He went back home with it. He didn't like it. But then it's like, damn, like you wake up every day. It's like, damn, somebody could shoot up, you know, my daughter's school today, or my son's school, my niece, nephew, like, you know, like that crazy shit. Like, even school bus drivers, I heard this one time, the school bus driver, you know, asked the kids, hey, y'all ready to die today, or some shit like that. Kill off a whole school bus of children. Like, that shit isn't happening in Antigua or in the Caribbean. You know, like, crazy people there, yes. Things happen, yes. People go missing, people die, people get killed, yes. But no trafficking or whatever that I know about, you know, happen. And that shit, like, really keep you on your toes. You know what I'm saying? Like, right now, I kind of leave the house with, like, being strapped or having some type of weapon or, you know, like, that type of stuff. You can't trust anybody because, you know, like, I heard stories of a whole town being in and trafficking and all that types of crazy shit. So America is very scary, very, very, very scary, and it's just, I don't know, it's just not my cup of tea. Not even my cup of water. So I don't know, but I'm just here, getting what I can get of myself, be what I can be, what I can be of myself, take my ass back home. God spare my life and all goes wrong. So, and another advantage I just thought about, say for instance you're working and then you lose your job, you don't have anybody here, dog is better than you. You check because nobody got pity. Like, I remember when I first came here, like, you can't even say hi to people. You know, like, who got time for that? I remember when I first came here, I was saying hi to the neighbors or whatever. And I'm like, oh, hi. And they walk past me. They just walk past me like they didn't even see or hear me. I mean, I'm black as ever. You can clearly see me. But they don't say hi to anybody. I remember this one time I went for an interview. It was a night interview at this dance company. Excuse me. And this white lady dropped her bag on my foot. And I'm like, damn. Should I tell her she dropped her bag on my foot? Should I pick the bag up? Like, I tapped her. I said, excuse me. Your bag dropped on my foot. She's like, oh, I'm so sorry. She looked at me like, oh, damn, you couldn't pick it up? You know? I'm like, no. I watch too many movies. Nobody is about to say, thief, you know, and call the police and all that extra stuff. So, I'm good. But, thank y'all for watching. That's all I can come up with. Advantages, disadvantages of coming to America. Basically, America is what you make of it. What you make of your life, anywhere, every day. If you come here with a plan, and you have good people behind you, who actually want to see you succeed, and do something with yourself up here, then you're good, you know, but besides that, then, no, you can't live in anybody's house for free. Like, don't feel how close you are to them, like, no. You have to come here with a plan, you know? So yeah, definitely come here with a plan, and just make something of yourself. So, I've been here for 2 years and I've already accomplished so much. People was like, oh my gosh, you've only been here for 2 years, you already accomplished so much. So more than much persons have. You know, I already have my own car. Bought my own car, thank you Jesus, with my own money. So nobody could have said if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have it. They tried, but so you go. But yeah, it's best get what you make of yourself. I'm 4 chicken down, I bought like a 9-piece. I'm not even full yet. But anyways, that's all. Thank y'all for watching. If you have any comments, definitely leave it in the comment section. And I will answer any question that you have. I can even do a follow-up video. I think I might do a budgeting video. So like, explain how I managed to save like a couple thousands in like a couple months. So yeah, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Like this video, share, subscribe, turn the notification bell on. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. Mwah. Bye.